Good evening. Welcome to Section 31, episode number 265. I'm Dan Hammond.
And I am Rogue Schindler.
This week, we once again had no tournament in San Diego because we had not enough people showing up, including me. So we have a quick spoiler for an unexpected set, I would say, and or expected but overdue, one of those things. And we actually have an assignment for everyone that we're going to undertake ourselves. Something that I haven't done before, and I thought it would be fun. But let's start out with this spoiler. This was from one of our agents, and it's from an upcoming Tribbles expansion. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am as well. One of my favorite things is looking at the artwork and finding where the Tribbles have been shoved. But we have a name of a power, we have a number, and a card text. We don't have anything else. And it's all subject to change. But what do you think?
Let's see. It's called, I haven't actually read it yet. I was too busy being excited that we have it. 10 Ante is the name of the card. So we've got arguably the most copious, I guess, Tribble.
The most
10,
frequent, yes.
Most frequently played Tribble, and a new power, Ante. All players place a card from the hand in the pot. I don't think we've had a pot before, if I can recall correctly. The next player that plays a Qapla' Tribble scores points equal to the highest Tribble in the pot. Then the cards in the pot are placed in their owner's discard piles.
Wow, all right, because there is 100 Qapla' and there is a
1,000
Qapla'. So if you play this, it's a 10. You've got to hope it comes. You got to hope the next person who plays 100 and 1,000 is not playing Qapla'. Wow, that's pretty interesting gamesmanship, because what's going to happen is, there's no limit. So if you have one card in your hand and you play this, you could just put your last card there, and then you'll be out, and the round will be over. That's kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. So this is effectively a discard.
A 10 discard, which we haven't seen before. I mean, we've seen an avalanche, right? But you have to have, that limits the number of cards in your hand.
It does. You have to have it. You have to have a significant number of cards in your hand already. I wonder if now we don't have any, rules errata to go with this, but that seems like it would be extremely powerful. I wonder if there is something like on the sideboard note, rules errata, whatever, or additional rules that go with the pot that say if you have a card in the pot, you have not yet gone out.
I don't know.
Because that would be cool. You have to wait around to see if you can get back to your turn.
And play the card from the pot? That's odd.
Well, it would go to your discard pile, and you wouldn't be able to play. So you'd have to draw a card.
And hope you get the Qapla'?
And hope you get the Qapla', or hope you get something you can play and go out.
So you'd be floating.
Yeah, floating. You'd be floating home.
All right. Either way, if you play it with a bunch of cards in your hand, this would be a great way if you're playing a battle deck and you drew way too many 100,000s and you want to get rid of one of them. You toss it out there, and then maybe you play your Qapla' later and get it back, score the points.
Yeah.
But man, we have to be betting that no one else is playing Qapla', which is in itself, a betting card. Interesting, and it's Ante. I like the theme.
You would have to, I guess, hope, or I don't know if it's the same thing you always hope for. It's okay to get, but not your best choice. Is if somebody throws out 100,000 tally. It's not like Toxin, where you get to pick one and score that one. You can't go the Johnny route and take 10 points to actively shun the tally player. It says highest card, so you'd have to go with that card if it was the only 100,000 there.
If it was the only one. I can't imagine playing this though if you didn't have big money to put in, because you'd have to. The whole point would be seeding the pot, right?
Sure.
And then if you play tally, that would be an interesting strategy to play this with tally. So if you get it, you get 100,000. If someone else gets it, they get 50,000. All right. Well, we'll see how this evolves, or if anything changes. 10 ante. We have, like I said, we have no picture, we have no card number or anything, so we can't judge. How many
Subject.
ones or tens there are. It's 10 ante, so this would likely be the first 10 card if there is one. Follows the format. What we had in the past: 3 1s, 3 10s, 300s. Kind of like a
Yeah,
full set.
three.
2 pages.
If you have three of each, then you get 2 pages, 2 full pages of dribbles.
All
So
right. So I'm going to tentatively say this is probably,
card 4.
which would be 91, 92, card 93. Not 94. That's right. Because the last card in Big Trouble in Little Kronos was card 90V, and they just keep going up because they're tribbles.
Ah.
Yeah. So that'll be 90, 94. All right. Well, that's a good guess. Yeah.
So our other item of business today, in honor of, yeah, we're gonna up the ante, I guess. In honor of Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you, everyone. We're gonna watch some Star Trek. Quite possibly the worst Star Trek we could possibly watch.
Look, there are a lot of Star Trek stories, and there is one series that I have never seen an episode of. The only thing I've seen from it has been stills, and the first set that came out was More Tribbles, More Troubles.
That makes you panic every time because you think it's an antidote.
Yeah. So what we are going to do, the two of us, you and I, we're going to watch the animated series an episode at a time, and each week our homework assignment before the next Monday night when we record is to watch an episode. So we'll watch the first episode of, was it just one season? I don't know.
So. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. We're going to watch the first episode of the animated series, and we'll talk about it next week. So if anyone wants to follow along, if there's any other brave souls who either have never seen it or want to go back and watch it with us, we will have a discussion about it next week. And if you are an aficionado, after an episode or two, we'd like to have someone to join us maybe and talk about the episodes, and maybe someone who knows what's coming, so they can dangle some information for us or try to keep us going, or maybe someone else who's watching these for the first time. That'd be a great conversation to have. So this isn't Trek CC related in any way, as far as I know. The only thing that tribbles are the only thing that come from these episodes. But who knows what's in the
so
future.
far,
right? So.
And if you are like I am and kind of fearful of this series, or have been to date, and you as of yet do not wish to endeavor into that realm of unknown quality, we'll do it for you. And so we'll brave those waters and then let you know, and then you can kind of judge whether or not you want to experience beige yourself.
That'd be awesome if that's where experience beige came from, one of these random episodes. I mean, we've talked about it before, because there's at least one character, one or two, in the Peter David books that we enjoyed, the New Frontier books that came from this. And all these tribbles came from, a lot of them actually. I think not the last set, maybe the one before that, maybe it was the last set. A lot of the images that came from that were just animated series images where our art team, Johnny or whoever, just added tribbles to it, so it looks like it might be from that tribbles episode, but they're not. They're regular episodes.
And it's not like these were they're thrown together for kids. There at least several of these episodes are scripts that were meant for later seasons of the original series, which was fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view, canceled, and they were adapted for the animated series. So there's some of the original writers are on here, some of the original plot lines come in as episodes here. So and some of the voices are.
I think most of the original actors take up the voices. All right. I think it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, so it'll at least be worth some fodder on the podcast, because I think it's going to be an entertaining go. So if you'd like to join us, watch along at home. I believe all of Star Trek, including the animated series, is currently free on Netflix.
Yes, I just checked before we started, and it is indeed available on Netflix, because I don't know very many people who would pay for it. So there you go. Find it on Netflix and watch along with us. What do you say?
Make it so.
Fantastic. I think that's it then.
It is, and with that, we'll be at the end of our intelligence for this week. We'll give a shout out to Warp 11 for their kick-ass theme song, and for our super secret ninja tribble intelligence agent for giving us some pot to ante. In the meantime, I am Sir Rogue.
And I'm Sir Dan.
And I will remind you all to expand your power in the universe.
I will draw to end.
Totally made that sound like we're going to go smoke a